We're back here on our program, The Platform, and in this Christmas period we are talking about Junkanoo, the main cultural experience here in the Bahamas, and Doug Veval is here. And listen, you know, when we were much younger, you didn't have, Junkanoo was not as elaborate as it is today. I remember the days when people went out with newspaper, frilled newspaper, right?
Newspaper and sponge.
And
brown paper bag.
Yes.
Yeah. But today it's grown. You know, the material that is being used is being imported. A lot of it is being imported. So it's growing. It's growing. It's a cultural, it's an artistic form.
Yes.
An expression. So, you know, it's a lot of materials that we use to get the look that we're looking for.
You know what is disappointing? That these elaborate costumes are sometimes discarded. They are abandoned after people would have put in months of hard work. Yes. You would have designed these costumes and they are presented beautifully, and you would see her on the side of the street after Junkanoo.
Yes.
Something is wrong with that.
It's unfortunate, and I think that in there lies an opportunity for us to explore possibilities where we can highlight and showcase these fabulous pieces to our visitors that come specifically for the Junkanoo and to see these fabulous costumes. So we are exploring ways that we can look at showcasing these pieces.
There's no doubt that a Junkanoo museum is a proper one, is long overdue, eh?
Yes, it's past due.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the 2012 Boxing Day Junkanoo performance of the Valley Boys. And we would see Bianca waving as the queen.
You know, this was so nice because this clip that we're about to see, there was a video production company that was doing a documentary on my father at this time. And so they came, and this piece was actually shown as a part of that documentary internationally. So this would have been seen all over the world.
Good, and it is very appropriate that we are running this now since Peter Nygaard is celebrating his 50th anniversary in the fashion business. And as Bianca said, the clip that you are going to see now has been used around the world. Let's take a look at it.
To me, Junkanoo is our culture. Our little subculture is a family. And it doesn't matter of what place in society you are, you have a place in the shack.
Junkanoo for me is not only telling the story of that moment in time, but it's truly who we are as Bahamians.
Junkanoo to me is basically a magnificent splendor of artistic excellence. Excellence in music, excellence in dance, excellence in design and construction, excellence in performance.
The Valley Boys is historically the most winning group in Junkanoo history. We have about twice as much wins as our most, I would say, awesome competitor, the Saxons.
We look for talent. We look for natural talent, persons who are involved to that extent and who are willing and has that excitement, that passion. I met Bianca, and she is full of energy, full of life, and she has passion. And what I saw in Bianca is a light, that passion. And this is what we need, this is what we are a part of. Bianca didn't come in with an attitude, she came in with heart.
I was fortunate to be introduced to Bianca by a good friend of mine. Immediately, she was a hit with us, and she just gelled into our program. She's so cooperative, very helpful, and it went off like clockwork on Bay Street. And she's been so excited ever since, and she's still bubbling with enthusiasm as to that Academy Award performance on Bay Street.
For me, this is so exciting because it's like one of those things that you wanted so much that you actually willed it to you. And I thought it was a joke. I couldn't even imagine that this was actually real. They had a special role for me to play the Queen Elizabeth II in the Diamond Jubilee. So that was completely incredible too, because now not only is it the leading Junkanoo group, but now it's a leading role within the Junkanoo group, and I just couldn't believe that honor. It's been a dream of mine since I was a little girl. I remember my dad used to wake me up in the middle of the night and take me out to Bay Street on his shoulders, and I would feel the excitement of Junkanoo and hear the beat of the drums and see the costumes.
You know how many people are here? Like about 6,000 people doing this show. 6,000. She's only one of 6,000. And there's about 100,000 people watching. And all of Bahamas is watching this. Wow!
Pretty tired? Not really. Good.
Just going with this or is that?
Valley Boys! Valley Boys! Go Bianca!
So this is Valley Boys headquarters.
Valley Boys are cool. We come here to Bay Street. We're not bragging, but we come to take Bay Street by storm. We come to take this to another level.
What you put into Junkanoo for that one or two parades that you participate in, you really can't put words to describe it. The feeling, I don't think anybody can really describe, exactly articulate what Junkanoo is, but only personalize it as what is it to them.
We spend a lot of time away from our families during this time, but we get a lot of support from our families. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but they understand that this is something that means a whole lot to us.
Junkanoo is like a marathon, so I didn't expect my family to really come out for the whole entire thing. They drew some numbers and we were called last, so we didn't even get out onto Bay Street until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Valley Boys. Valley Boys.
Again, the Valley Boys taking home Best Overall Group in a dominating show that also saw them win the Best Music, Best Choreography, Best Banner, and Best Shirley Street Performance categories.
When I was doing the role, studying the role for Queen Elizabeth II and looking back at her footage, she really reminded me a lot of my own grandmother, my grandma Hilka Nygaard, that passed away 3 years ago. And this was actually the first Christmas that we had here at Viking Hill with the whole family coming in since my grandma passed away. On my way out, I was praying, and I was kind of praying to my grandma to give me strength to do this also, you know, because really Queen Elizabeth and my grandma really reminded me of each other. And I'm just so happy that at the end of the day that my family came from all around to support me, stayed up all night, which is really a lot. When you have this big group of people behind your back supporting you, then you can't lose, you know? And even if you do lose, you can't lose because they're there with you. You know what I mean? So I'm so happy about that.
You've just seen the clip of the Valley Boys in action. And Bianca Nygaard, you had a wonderful time. Were you nervous at all?
Oh yes, of course I was nervous. I'm nervous even to speak on this show, Mr. Jones.
Is that right? But while you were on the parade, you were nervous. You were waving, and it seemed as though you had a very good time.
Oh yes, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Wonderful.
That must be a highlight of your
life.
Your life.
Highlight of my whole entire life.
Yes, yes.
And it's been such a good example for my children. And like you were saying, my daughter is in Junkanoo now, and she was there in the shack in 2012 too. And same with my son, and it's just contributed so much to our lives. And I think it'll always be a part of our lives.
And now your daughter is a dancer for Valley Boys.
In the choreographed section, yes.
Yes, and so we'll see her in the A section.
Yes, she is. She made it there. Yeah.
How do you go about, Mr. Veval, choosing people to be in the A section or to be in the lead section of the Valley Boys?
Well, you are recruited. So it's a process like everything else, where we have scouts, and you're, based on your talent and your work ethic, then you would be placed throughout the parade.
Okay, good. All right, we take this final break here on our program, the platform, and we'll come right back.